Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey Sachi, welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Let me know if it's fixed here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. The internet's not that good, but we'll just do what we can do. This is just a little extra tonight. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, oh my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Oh my Lord, oh my Lord Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, again. Okay, let's keep moving. Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. So just read some Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya. Nityananda. Jaya Shri. Internet's not so great here tonight. Oops. There we go. Okay. All right. Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter Adi Lila, chapter 8. I offer my respectful obeisances. I offer my respectful obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By whose desire I've become like a dancing dog and suddenly taken to the writing of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, although I am a fool. People don't know the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. He just came here to give love of God, man, as a gift. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is known as Gaur Sundar. I also offer my obeisances unto Nityananda Prabhu, who is always very joyful. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Advaita Charya, who is very merciful, and who also to that great personality, Gadadhar Pandit, the learned scholar. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Srivas Thakur and all the other devotees of the Lord. I fall down to offer them respect. I worship their lotus feet. By remembering the lotus feet of the Panchatattva, a dumb man becomes a poet, and a lame man can cross mountains, and a blind man, and a blind man, and a blind man, and a blind man can see the stars in the sky. The education cultivated by so-called learned scholars who do not believe in these statements of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is like a tumultuous croaking of frogs. Yeah. See, this is a repeat of what happened, 550 years ago. Some people just didn't believe in the glories of the Panchatattva. It's not lip service. Well, it is and it isn't. Lip service, not the good kind. The lip service is yes, I believe in Lord Chaitanya. Yes, I believe in Krishna consciousness. Yes, I believe in that. See, but you don't believe in the glories of the mercy. That's how I know. That's how I know these gurus are not qualified. They don't believe in the mercy of the Lord. At least Prabhupada mentioned it. He says, you can actually surpass all the rules and regulations of the sadhana bhakti path if you get the mercy of a Vaishnava. I've heard that. I've read it actually. It's in Bhagavad Gita, actually, purport somewhere. But anyway, there's other places he talks about the mercy, getting the mercy of a Vaishnava. And that's how you know. I mean, this is, you see somebody, and the reason why the mercy didn't come through our disciplic line up until now, this kind of mercy, this kind of postgraduate study, it's postgraduate study of Krishna consciousness, like Prabhupada said, because now the postgraduate is, hey, by the way, you can't do it by your works. You just get thrown out of Lord Chaitanya's kirtan like that, brahmachari. It's not by your works. It's by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Oh, really? Oh, all I have to do is go to Lord Chaitanya? Well, yes, with an explanation. Yes, by connecting with Lord Chaitanya through the parampara, through a authorized conduit for that mercy, and that's here. Okay? Right here. Okay, we should be back. All right, should be good now. Oops. Okay. So the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is, a blind man. Yeah. A blind man, mercy of Lord Chaitanya is like a blind man, which is everybody. See, blind men, we're all blind until we have the eye of devotion awakened. We really don't see things as they are. We're kind of walking in the dark, more or less. Even in the mode of goodness, they ain't good enough to see. We actually have to have this pure devotion awakened, and you see with the Vaishnava gurus, all of most everyone, up until this point, here in this sangha only, they actually do, they preach the other thing that, oh no, you have to earn it. But it's a gift if you get the mercy, and that mercy has been given to us to distribute to others, and that people can see, oh, you guys are recipients, you guys and gals. Many of people, you have that visible sign. Some have not so visible yet. It's percolating still inside, and some have more, and they increase. See, so the proof is in the pudding. Proof of that the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here again. It's if you're still preaching while we're preaching this. See, we're preaching this mercy and showing this mercy, sharing this mercy. See, showing and sharing, right? Showing and sharing it, and people are getting it. And we're going to read in here. You'll see that these are all symptoms that are in this book, or in many devotees here, fructifying into ecstatic devotion. And we'll get into that maybe if we last that long. Yeah. See, so the education cultivated by so-called learned scholars who do not believe in these statements of Chaitanya Charitamrita, like the tumultuous croaking of frogs. You notice that's exactly what it is. They heard it then, and they hear it now. All over Facebook, these are croaking. All these different hard, difficult austerities, proudly preaching and not paying this any mind, not paying the mind of the mercy of the Panchatattva is here and coming through our Sangha, with visible signs that are actually true and genuine and honest, just described in the book. And the tumult, and there's so much tumultuous croaking frogs out there, croaking some other path, so they're so-called scholars. A real scholar is a fool who's gotten the mercy of the Lord. See, a fool, now you're not foolish because you found the real path. See? And the Lord gives himself to you. You feel it like, wow, the Lord's awakened inside, man. God, and now you get realizations and revelations, and you get the tears in the eyes when you chant, and you start to feel this transcendental happiness of the spirit when you're chanting and relishing the name. That's all here. It's all here, my friends. The world, wake up. Come on, man. It's all here. Everything you read in the book is here and growing. One who does not accept the glories of the Panchatattva but still makes a show of devotional service to Krishna can never achieve the mercy of Krishna or advance to the ultimate goal. See, people read this verse. That's why it's postgraduate, because if you don't have really the awakened devotion, you don't understand what it's talking about. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? See, one who does, you have to see it in the book. You have to have it in your life experience. See? Here, one who does not accept the glories of the Panchatattva. See, glories of the Panchatattva, just what I said. Oh, you can get love of God in this life. You can get prema bhakti, the highest bhakti in the world. And I'll show you how many you tell people that now. Oh no, that's very hard. Oh, you have to read on what it is and all this. Oh no, they teach something else. They don't. I can teach this is because this fool has got this kind of mercy. I look at the book, I say, wow, this confirms my experience. This mercy up until this point is so rare. I couldn't find it going to India and interviewing all these gurus. They're all teaching hard paths, called austerities, Narayan Maharaj too included. You got to renounce everything and go through anartha nivritti and get some ruchi, and maybe in your next life you'll get some shakti. Maybe you'll even, so it's very hard to do, and you got to do all these austerities and everything. and no ability. Well, he just didn't get the order. Is this not the real line? The real line are those who are filled with the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. See? Well, Prabhupada was, I know that. Um, uh, um, Bhakti Vinod and Bhakti Sana were filled with the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, but it wasn't time. They didn't distribute it. But now, on their order, we're distributing. On their order, it's distribution time. All people have to do is just come and associate, hear this preaching, which apply your logic and your scholarship to the mercy of the Lord. That's a real scholarship. If you look over here, if you want to prove that you're intelligent and you're in a real acharya, Dave, you just look over here and look at the mercy manifesting, the ecstatic devotion, tears, symptoms of ecstasy, laughing, crying, everything described in the books that Prabhupada wrote that you're supposed to have read for 50 years. Okay? Prove that you can understand what's going on in the book by looking over here, and you see living examples of that mercy of the Panchatattva. Okay? Coming in the line in the right way, the way that works. The right way is the way that works. Okay? Otherwise, what kind of scholar are you? You're supposed to be a scholar, but you can't. You need to, like the verses say, apply your scholarship to the mercy of the Lord. The book is explaining it. I'm just kind of fluffing it out, making, hey, man, this is going on here. We got that mercy. Look, we were blind persons, and now we can dance. We can give a good class and discuss the mercy of the Lord, discuss the highest topics of Krishna consciousness is what we're doing here. And usually that's for very elevated devotees. And they think to get that elevation, you have to chant 1 lakh a day, 2 lakhs. And prove to the Lord you're worthy. That's what, like the guy's putting a rock in front of them and showing, Lord, look at me. I'm in the rain going around Govardhan. It takes me, 21 days to do 1 lap around the hill because I just put in 1 rock. I'm carrying this heavy bag of rock. Don't you see how sincere I am? See? In other words, that guy hasn't contacted the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, hasn't met a devotee. If you don't meet a devotee like that, you'll keep doing that rock in front of you, in the front of all these rules, regulations, and ceremonies. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm just going to put the rock in front of me and pay obeisances and in the rain and thing, do austerities, follow Kapila Dev's path, made his poor mother sit in the cold water to realize some bhakti. Who's going to do these things? Well, some people are doing it. A lot of devotees think that's the way, but no, this is the way. We recognize the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. We are recipient, many of us. It's fructifying here, that mercy of love of God with all its symptoms. It's all confirmed in the book. For God's sake, you won't see any Vaishnavas out there confirming them, not even one. Oh, they usually go against it. Usually, they think, oh, no, that can't be. It's impossible. We teach another path. Our gurus taught another path that you got to earn, you got to deserve before you desire. No, the whole thing is come listen to a few classes here, and if you're fortunate, the desire will come, and that's the only qualification to get the mercy, because you come and you stay and you listen, and you participate, make friends with a devotee, you see how glorious they are, how much mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Guru they've gotten. Hey, it should have just, I think it would be infectious. Okay? So I know this mercy of Lord Chaitanya is real because it's in my life. Look at a fool like me can chant Hare Krishna and tears appear in the eyes, like it says, and choking in the voice and all these wonderful, this transcendental spirit happiness that nobody feels in this world unless you're awakened, and most people aren't. That's our work. We can, anybody who comes here and hears long enough, and their heart realizes, that, wow, this is really logical, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Boy, I can see it really works. Look at these devotees. They come in this way, Gorahari had this dream in 1996, and Prabhupada came and had says his authority, and it's working. It's people are getting it. It's not a pipe dream. It's a real dream, something that, the Lord's benediction. You'll see all these things coming up. I haven't even gotten to them there. They're all confirming everything. Krishna Das Kaviraj was looking for, this is coming up in the verses. He got the blessing of the Vaishnavas to do this, to do the writing. This is the writings we use for our discussions, the springboard. They put spring in our step, you notice? Yeah, because they were blessed by the Vaishnava's order, just like I got the Vaishnava's order headed from Prabhupada directly to preach these scriptures. See? So he got the order to write them. Yeah, and then Krishna, and he went to the deity, and in the form of the garland fell down upon him, and he and the Vaishnavas took it as a sign of Krishna. Hey, what happened to me? My second disciple, Krishna appeared to her in living color, in living sound, literally saw Krishna bilocated. Okay? And said, yes, because of your guru, you're seen. He actually spoke to her. See, got the sign from not only the same thing. I mean, which gurus out there could say they've got a sign like that, like the acharyas get? See, like look at Madhavendra Puri. He also got the sign. He had a dream of Krishna. And Krishna said, because of your ecstatic love, now I'm going to appear and deliver the world. Same thing. I was worshiping Krishna in that same kind of ecstasy. Tears in the eye, laughing, crying for years. And then Prabhupada appeared. And then Krishna, see, Prabhupada appeared, has my approval. See, same signs. So what does that mean, man? Let's celebrate. Let's pop the champagne, man. Let's pop the cork and celebrate. And many of us are. If you don't come, you don't come to this Sangha and celebrate, man. It's a revival, a distribution of what Lord Chaitanya started 500 years. Do you think it's just going to dry up forever? No, it's a revival time. Yeah, it's all been blessed by the Parampara, Prabhupada, and Krishna. So all it is, you come in here and develop faith in this. More faith in this than all this mixed bhakti of external devotional service. We go deeper than that. The Lord has given us the mercy to go deeper and explain all these things. I haven't seen anybody, any authority, any guru, any Brahmin, any sannyasi, in ISKCON, in the Radhakund Babajis, in the Gaudiya Samiti, in the Gaudiya Math. I've been to them all, explaining and glorifying the mercy. No, they're all glorifying austerities, all glorifying renunciations and hard, difficult things to attain Krishna. That's how you get your start. And the reason why it's taught like that is because of hard hearts who won't and still won't receive or believe in the mercy of Panchatattva. And the only possibility to do that, especially now with all that kind of preaching from people, everybody is like, it's like brainwashed. They don't understand how to get this mercy. They're all programmed by the leaders that you got to earn this mercy, and it's not the real thing. See, it's not the real conclusive truth. You can listen over here and apply your logic, whatever you got, apply your intelligence here and see if this doesn't make the most sense. Yeah, why don't I go and be with the Sangha devotees where I can see that these devotees like Lalita and Johan have visible signs of the mercy and the others are percolating. Well, not all. I mean, the river is getting visible. You got Govinda, you got Janakis, and, they're nothing, and Amy's, and I just can't. Francis, okay, I remembered there. And on. Johans, you know, Rangaleka. Who are these, yeah, and anyone else, and many people just contacting them are feeling the mercy. It's glorious. It's amazing. It really is true, and it really works. This is the reality. This book is the reality. This is the seed of the reality that's here now. See, that's why I got the order from Prabhupada to explain all these things. Show them what what you've realized from ecstatic worship that nobody else is realizing. Because they're not ecstatically worshiping yet. Not to this extent, obviously. Or, whatever it is, they're still not, we got the order anyway. Now it's time. It's revival time. Revival of, is teach people that the mercy of the Panchatattva is alive and well and healthy. Healthy here. And I haven't seen it healthy anywhere else. People just talking, just blah, 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 blah. But no, you don't see the bliss and the ecstasy and the tears in the eyes and the clear conception of the absolute truth being preached, the absolute conception, how the grace is to be here. It's just like people who got the mercy of Jesus. They go out and spread that mercy. Oh, grace is here. Jesus did it, and all this. Come on, remember Jesus. I got the mercy, and they encourage people to develop faith in the truth, So this stuff works when the grace is here, and the grace is here. I was reading the opposite of the envy is celebration. I like that. Yeah. That's the thing. Celebration, goddess of fortune. Devotees are non-envious. True devotees, when you get this grace and you worshiping the Lord in ecstasy, very quickly your envy and jealousy will go, if you have any. And the Lord often doesn't even wait for you to be rid of it first. They're teaching be rid of it first, and they can't even get rid of themselves. These gurus teaching the hard path, become perfect and everything. They're like daksha. They can't get rid of their envies and jealousies as gurus, man. See? It was the same like daksha, man. They're big Brahmins, and they think their Brahmanism is a pure devotion, or they speculate all kinds of stuff. But they can't get rid of their... Look at Prabhupada taught about this. Prabhupada said, my God brothers, look at them. They're still envious and jealous of me after 50 years of following rules and regulations. See, they couldn't get over that, because you don't get over it that way. They died envious and jealous. Many of them still had it when they died. They didn't only, Prabhupada was non-envious. My students are showing symptoms of non-envy. Not all of them, but many of them are getting over it very fast. So look at Daksha. Daksha was envious and jealous, and he was a demigod. You think these gurus are anything special? Look at him. That's why Prabhupada said, look at my God brothers. They got big acharya, and they have disciples. Oh, Guru, doing the same thing they do now. Oh, Gurudev, deliver me. They have their little disciples and ring bells and take prasadam. Oh, Gurudev, you're acharya Dev. Oh, please deliver me. And they still have envy and jealous in them. How can they be delivered? How can they deliver anybody? You got to get the authentic mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Okay? And then you have to get the order. Just like the order to write this book, I had to get the order to preach it. That's why Prabhupada didn't preach it. It wasn't time. He said, oh, postgrad, somebody will come along and do it. Krishna will empower somebody. Got the order to preach it. Prabhupada got the order from his guru directly, a Mahabhagavat, to go and do what he did. See, it's always under higher authority. And if your guru passes on, he'll come in a dream. Krishna will come in a dream, just like, you get something extraordinary, blessing your activities. That's why what we do here works. That's why anybody believing in this message, man, your sins are forgiven, and you can chant Hare Krishna with taste and ecstasy and attraction, and you'll like the books, or some form of devotional service will be highly attracted to you. You'll read the books in ecstasy, like River and Lalita and Johan. Where do you see that? Does Acharya Dave, sorry about mentioning his name, but that's a good example. Say, hey, does Acharya Dave reading ecstasy? You want to show me anything? I mean, I've been watching the class. I never see tears in his eyes. I never see ecstatic bliss. I barely see him chanting. He may read the class and, sound really like authoritative, and, give a nice, cut some jokes and talk about feminism. I mean, come on, you got to be a little bit deeper than that. Like basically be like the book, but you can't do it artificially. You have to have that mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which is simply he awakens in you. Okay? And then because he's in you, you become the book in the body. You become a devotee Bhagavat. That's the mercy of the Panchatattva through the disciplic line, by meeting a real devotee recipient mercy. And that's here. It's amazing. That's why he's the greatest incarnation, to give so much to the most fallen persons. This is one for, yeah. Anyway, everybody will get over these things in due course. Everybody's at their own stage. So formerly kings like Jarasandha, the father-in-law of Kamsa. See, Jarasandha was a king. See, it was a great king, pious king, saintly king. Jarasandha, saintly king, pious king. Father-in-law of Kamsa. See, he had a relationship with Kamsa, though. Strict, and he liked Kamsa. It was a father-in-law, and he's thought Kamsa is really great, but he couldn't see the hypocrisy of Kamsa. Even though he was very strictly following the rules and regulations, he was charitable to Brahmins. He was worshiping Lord Vishnu, and he was doing it very sincerely and very strictly. Never lied even. It's amazing. Except this is the big lie. This is the deal breaker with Krishna. Strictly followed the Vedic rituals, thus worshiping Lord Vishnu. Isn't that what people are doing in ISKCON and all these, in Gaudiya Mas? Strictly following, or maybe some, but a lot can't, because it's very hard now. Some are, they're just diehards, and they're going to die hard. See, they die hard. They die hard, man. They work themselves and the rules are to death, and they won't listen to the easy way. They will not believe in the glories of the Panchatattva, which we preach here. I'm preaching the glories of the Panchatattva. I'm preaching the glories of the living devotees when they're here and the recipients of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, because it's very powerful. It is excessively powerful. The Lord can awaken, can appear in your heart, and you're delivered simply by that, because now you know what is real. All of a sudden, wow, I got a glimpse of reality. And this sequence, because you stay in this association, it will continue. It'll grow and grow and grow and mature. So one who does not accept Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead is certainly a demon. Similarly, anyone who does not accept Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna, the same Supreme Lord, is also considered a demon. Okay, so what's this about this verse here? See, so he brings up Jarasandha. Oh, you think you're not a demon just because you follow the rules and regulations? Look at him. He followed all the rules and regulations strictly, worshiping Vishnu. Oh, you say you're worshiping Krishna in name only. No, you're actually worshiping Vishnu if you have the symptoms. See, a real acharya, a real empowered devotee, looks at symptoms. Oh, you're what? You're Raghunuga Bhakti. Oh yeah. Well, why are you glorifying the rules and regulations? Why aren't you glorifying the mercy of the Pancha Tattva? Yeah. See, that's the yeah. So Jarasandha wouldn't did he was following the rules and he's worshiping Vishnu. Vishnu's God, right? But he's God in the mode of goodness, basically, even though he's transcendental, but he represents in this world the mode of goodness, regulative devotional service, and all that. He followed Lord Vishnu. See, rules, regulations, and the best you can do is to go to Vaikuntha where Narayan is, that way, if you do perfectly after many lives. Okay? But he didn't accept Krishna. See, now who was Krishna? You think it's just a name? He's just a picture? Oh yeah, he didn't accept Krishna. Why not? Why didn't he accept Krishna? Okay? Because Krishna he was Vrindavan Krishna. Okay? He came from Vrindavan in that and he had this ecstasy. Okay? And he saw deeply things, and he was giving mercy to people. And Jarasandha couldn't understand Krishna. And Krishna killed hypocrisy personified. He killed Kamsa. So basically, you need to see this as a demon and killing metaphorically. Also, see, the main thing is to kill the ignorance, to kill the hypocrisy. See, this is the problem. See, you don't have to kill the body. You kill the hypocrisy. You kill that ignorance. Right? So ultimately, Krishna got rid of Kamsa. Well, he got rid of Kamsa quickly, and also Jarasandha. Jarasandha basically opened the way because Jarasandha wanted control. He wanted to be dominant over the world. See, dominant, basically like rules and regulations. It's like competition. They compete with the ecstasy and the special mercy of the true nature of the Lord. The true nature of the Lord is an ecstatic nature, what you see here. Jarasandha obviously didn't like that. The true nature of the Lord is conclusiveness. See, Jarasandha didn't like it. He thought he was smarter than Krishna. Oh, you killed my father-in-law. You killed your uncle. This is very irreligious. You are a bad man. See? No, he removed that obstacle. He removed the obstacle of ignorance. Like now, we don't kill anybody's. We remove the obstacle of ignorance. And Kamsa was in charge. It's called religion. So he basically got rid of religion, materially motivated religion, and established truth like Jesus wanted to, right? Jesus said, we know who you worship. See, you got to go and do a pilgrimage to meet your Lord. You got to go all the way to Vrindavan or was it Jerusalem, to holy place, Mecca, pilgrim. You got to go all the way on big journey, right? A lot of even Vaishnavas, they always get into big journey to worship God. See? Or the big hill. See, big journey. See, but we worship the Lord in spirit and truth. See? In other words, I don't have to go anywhere. I was in Mayapur. I barely went to the temple. Didn't have to go anywhere because I get up in the morning, I open the books. And when I was in Mayapur last time, Govinda was there and Rangalekha. I didn't have to go to the temple because I open the books and I start chanting and the Lord appears in my heart. Isn't that what it's about? Appearance? They have to go. See, this is the way it is. People are doing external devotional service, external bhakti. They go to the temple. They see the deity there. Does the Lord awaken their heart? Probably not, most. They see the deity. They get eye exercise. Okay? But I would just, I just wake up in the morning. I don't even take a shower, wash my face, hands, sometimes feet, very rarely, and start chanting, and the Lord appears in my heart. Okay, all is well. That's it. That's all I wanted. Isn't that why you're going darshan externally? You go to the temple to see Krishna, right? See? Well, Kamsa, the washerman, he got to see Krishna. Krishna came to him. He saw Krishna. What was his attitude? Oh, you are my work. I'm a servant of Kamsa, the hypocritical religious guy. He can't get over hypocrisy. Had materially motives, like a lot of these ministers in Christianity and a lot of the Vaishnava leaders. They're just religious. That's all. They put on a show the devotional service, but it's not a real show. Now, this is a show, right? It's just a show of devotion. They're going around, going through the acts and all that stuff. Okay. See, that's called external devotional service. Well, that's just a show. It's just a show. This is a show. You see, literally. See? No speculate. Literally, you show the bhakti, show the revelation, the realize, show the real intelligence, show that you know these verses, man. Show, and tell. See? When people get the impact of the tongue of a devotee, man. See, you feel the impact, not just, give a little bhagavad. Prabhupada said this, boo, 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 goo, goo, gaga. That's all that is. Just little children, goo, goo, gagas. Okay. So that's where Vaishnavism is in most persons right now. They're like Jarasandha. See, they're actually demons. And you think, oh, devotees are demons. You're calling them demons. Well, hey, man, I've come from the demon background. Prahlad did. What's a big deal? If you get the mercy of the Lord, you get the mercy of the Lord. You become like Prahlad. You preach pure devotional service, and whoever listens to you will get that same Lord that Prahlad had in his heart. What's the difference between the Lord in my heart and Prahlad's heart? Same Lord. He became ecstatic when the Lord appeared, when he did devotional service. Chant the name, ecstasy. The Lord appeared in his heart. What's the difference? What's the difference between the Krishna or the God Narayan, Krishna in the heart of Prahlad Maharaj and Shukadev Goswami and Lalita Ganga or Johan? What is the difference between that? There is none. They're family members now. Okay? And the grace and people coming here, you want that? You can get that very easily. Just come and you'll get purified, of course. Of course, you got to get wash the clothes. Wash the clothes. The clothes is your condition, your ignorance. You come and you listen, you hear, make rapid advancement. Lifetimes in a week or a day sometimes. Okay? You're clean by the words spoken, like Jesus said. His fishermen disciples and tax were clean by the word spoke. He spoke words influenced by the spiritual potency. That's the only thing that can cleanse you in the world. You got to hear from devotees who have the Lord in their heart appearing. Oh, there's no purification. The Lord himself said it. Lord Chaitanya quoted the verse. At Bhagavatam, he said, if you are perfect Brahmin, following all the rules, regulations of the Vedas, but you're not engaged in pure, loving, devotional service, ecstatic love of God, and the only way that can happen is you got to get the Lord to live inside your heart. He has to awaken. You have to come in the real parampara, when the real mercy is being distributed, and that is now. Not you go somewhere else and it's no. All these gurus, all these sannyasis, all these Brahmins. Oh, love of God. No. Rules. Here we have one rule. A few very simple rules. Come to sadhu sangha regularly. If you miss, watch the replays, because there's important messages from God coming that you'll make spiritual advancement leaps and bounds. Okay? Come, associate with the devotees here. Make friends with them. Talk with them. Okay? Come regularly. Chant together with us. Yeah, we get a chance, chant alone. Okay? Just keep associating here, and you're getting wash. See, and that's why Jesus said, go on hearing. He told people and when you start to feel really enthusiastic like this, Jesus said, and this goes for everybody, Maharaj Parikshit also was like this. You get really enthusiastic and getting really like all your problems going like this, and you just keep going, and then ye shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Love of God awakens in your heart. Okay, one more feather in Krishna's cap. One more peacock feather. you're that person, see? And now you're set free. The devotional symptoms begin to awaken in you. And you just stay in proper association, stay dedicated. Don't turn your back on the devotees like some do. Look at Meena. She turned her back on us. Oh, not a good thing. Yeah, but that people do. That's her lesson. She's actually helping people here low. What happens? See, that's the part of the Leela. People, they turn away. And a few people leave that, were a nice thing. Well, I don't know what they got that's any better than that. I mean, it's nice. If you go somewhere that's better, I mean, you got to, I looked over there and it's not better to me. It's like dark. Proud, that's the thing. People don't know what is pride. They're covered by it. You got to be broken out from the outside. You need a guru, a real one, and most will die covered with this pride. Like Daksha, he was lucky. He was killed by Shiva, but resurrected, and he was resurrected having the head of the goat. What is that about? Oh, I know all about this because the Lord shows me this. He lives in the air, and he can live in you and show you all these things. You realize all these things. You'll realize why I'm just a dancing fool. He says, see, I got the mercy of the Panchatattva and everything, and now I'm a fool. But even though I'm a fool, now I've taken to the writing of Chaitanya, the highest literature. Even though I'm a fool. See? That's the mood of a real devotee. It is naturally. You realize, I just got the mercy of the Lord. I ain't anything special. They teach the opposite. Oh, you got to be something special to get the mercy. You know what that is? Pride. It's pride in the Narayan Raj Guru. I'm telling you, they're covered with pride. Just like the God brothers, that was their problem. That's why Prabhupada said, actually, none of my God brothers are qualified to be acharyas. And Narayan Raj teaching the opposite. See, it's time to tell you the truth, my friends. I'm not here to put on etiquettes and everything. You got to know the truth. They got to know the truth. They're covered with pride, and they will die with that covering. Okay? They have to meet where the mercy is. The meeting is here in this Sangha. Otherwise, all the devotees that are, if you're following leaders that have pride like this, that's your thing, and you think that's it. That's why they don't come here. They're talking Radhe and all that stuff and covered with pride. See, we talk Radhe and are covered with what? Covered with ecstasies, covered with bliss, covered with conclusive understanding, covered with spiritual potency and power to understand the real Krishna, like even Radha does, be it by her mercy being in us. My God, it's turned into a fantastic class. It's amazing. Wow, I should come on late at night more often. You never know. Thank you, Lord. Come on, play me more. I love glorifying the truth, man. That's what it's all about. It's all about glorifying the truth. So anyway, pride, as I'm discussing, it's just becoming more clear, the obstacles. And people, they might get all offended. Oh, you're saying we're proud? Yeah, well, you are. You really are. You have the symptoms of pride. Yeah, pride is and jealousy and envy and competition is you criticize real devotees. Here, devotees are real. They're becoming real because real devotions awaken. I'm praising my own disciples that they have devotion awaken. Oh, right, man, I love praising bhakti where bhakti is. That's why I'm praising my Lord. It's the thing to do. It shows where the path is. Oh, you want to be accelerated and you want love of God in this life even? Oh, go listen to Lalita Ganga and Johan and Govinda and find out how to be real devotees, or Janaki, watch your kirtans, and and whoever else is, if it's fructifying, you start to stand up for this. You get strong enough to do it. Strong enough to stand up. Some way, you'll contribute spontaneously. The Lord he'll inspire you. Yeah. So now I'm definitely more clear what the obstacle is. It's this pride thing. Okay? Has to be cut down, otherwise they will not make any more progress. They can't go. That's why, I was looking at a year and a half I was in the Raimar Sangha, and I'm not. This is. I hope people don't. Oh, you talked about this. Well, I have experience. I was there, and I didn't see this kind of bhakti. It wasn't there. In other words, they don't know what the real bhakti is. I listened to one of his. One of these ladies they used to even compete with each other. They used to fight with competitive. I couldn't believe this. Why are they competing with each other? Because that was pride, competition. They couldn't get over it, even with their guru Narayan Raj, and he made them big teachers, and they got more huffy. And then I told the story before, I'll tell it again. I went to one of the classes, this lady, she will always wear a white to show, and nice, they're all nice devotees, all of them, but nice ain't it. You got to get over everything. They're nice. Daksha was nice. He's a nice person. Daksha was nice. And he was nicely envious of Shiva. Couldn't get over it. Yeah, and misrepresented Shiva, went against him, just like people they over in the Raimaraj group. They think you think I'm against them. I'm for them. I want to help them, if it's possible. They think but they'll be the first to be against it. Think that I'm attacking them. Okay? No, I'm sharing my experience and have to show that there's spiritual potency here, and it wasn't there. See, if any Narayan Raj persons or anyone in any of those sanghas came for 30 days, they would see things that never happened in their sangha. I know, I was there. It's still like it was. It doesn't progress. These things, ISKCON doesn't progress. You need the association of the progressive devotees who have real bhakti, and the Lord moves things along and does a deeper thing, which is happening here. Yeah, so a year and a half, and then this lady said, I took initiation from my Guru Dev there, and I used to have tears when I talked about the Leela, and then they disappeared. And then Narayan Raj told her, well, I took them away so you can preach. Because he never he says, if you have a cry, if you have, when you're preaching and tears come in your eye, you wipe them. Don't let anybody see any of that. I mean, this was his order. Don't let anybody see that you're a real devotee, in other words. There's something wrong. Not quite, it's not conclusive. Not conclusive. Because ultimately, and first of all, he was saying, well, I'm here to teach Raganuga Bhakti. See, but because there was still pride and all, you can't teach Raganuga Bhakti when you still have that in you like that. You have to mature out of that. That's why it didn't work. That's why even they're going Radhi and all the pastimes, they know all the intricate things and everything, but this pure Bhakti didn't awaken there. Here we do Radhe Radhe, and ecstasy awakens. See? And so that's why, the real mercy is here and not there. See, people are trying to climb in the kingdom of God in some other way, and they get thrown out where they can't get in. And that's why I didn't see any symptoms of real bhakti like this. I mean, now I can speak about it. I mean, it's nothing to do with being offensive. I just want to clear the path for people. Maybe somebody will listen and come over here and check it out. If not, well, if you're happy with prideful things and to be a big scholar, and croaking frogs like this is talking, that's all you are. To real devotees, you're just croakers. You're going to croak. Literally, you're not going to live forever yet. You have to accept Lord Chaitanya, and that acceptance is through his representative. If his representative is preaching like this and awakening the love of God and you don't accept it, what is that saying? You don't really accept. You don't know Lord Chaitanya. You're just making a show of devotional service. We're making a show of devotion, showing what it is. Showing that we are recipients of the mercy, showing we're not feeling that we're anything special, but that special mercy is upon us and very thick. We're showing that. It needs to be shown, otherwise nobody knows it's possible. Well, I don't know. Narayan Maharaj, Prema is so far away. Is very far on that path, because that's the word that came out of his mouth. You got to see, what is the message coming from the devotee? Is it good news? Is it better than good news? This is better than good news. This is transcendental news. This is, hey man, you won the stakes. You won the lottery 10 times over. If you develop faith in this preaching, which is not hard, you just come here and you'll see. If you've been studying Prabhupada's books, you'll know that you really don't understand them, because without real bhakti awakening your heart, you don't understand these. You can't. You have to hear them from a devotee and get purified, and then you'll start to feel the Lord in your heart. Awaken more and more and more, and all your obstacles going, just like the book says. See? Yeah. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought, unless people accept me, they will all be destroyed. Thus, the merciful Lord accepted the sannyas order. See? So, again, what does that mean? So, okay, let's say accept. Well, let's look at 2020. Look how many people accept Lord Chaitanya and Radha Krishna. Millions of devotees accept Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Or do they? Really? Who is Lord? You should be asking questions. Who is Lord Chaitanya? What does it mean to accept him? See, people have a picture of Lord Chaitanya. Oh yeah, you see, I accept the picture. See, I picture him like this, or some speculation in their mind, in their guru's minds. Yeah, picture Lord Chaitanya, that you have to attain him by austerities and rules and regulations and all that stuff. Yeah. I accept Lord Chaitanya. See the picture my guru painted in my, it's a very hard one. Got to work your ass off, chant 1 lakh or 16 rounds. And then you'll attain Krishna. See that picture. But is that the real picture, or is this the real picture? The glories of the Panchatattva. Getting this mercy in this lifetime. Simply because, Gohari, just like he got the benediction to write this book from the Vaishnavas and Krishna. I got the benediction to preach this book as it is, in a powerful way, to awaken love of God in people by Prabhupada, the Vaishnavas, and Krishna. The sign, got both of the signs and the order. See? And how do you know I'm just not dreaming? It's just a dream. It's a dream, man, because it works. Wow, it's a dream. That kind of dream. I remember when Prabhupada came, I was sleeping in the bed with my wife, ex-wife. Yeah, Prabhupada came, right? The second half of the dream, dreaming. He made it, and I did this thing that I told everybody, I don't want to repeat it again. And then I just, wow, Prabhupada woke right up, and I told her, wow, Prabhupada appeared to me in the dream and everything. And she forgot all about that. That's what happens. You fall into Maya. Forget about a lot of things. See, Maya's forgetfulness. She causes you to forget what's really real. Yeah. So unless people accept me, they will be destroyed. So the Lord empowers a representative. See, when he was here, people were worshiping Krishna. They were not a lot of people were worshiping Krishna and chanting. They had gurus, but went against, their whole society of Brahmins went against Lord Chaitanya. They wanted to hurt him. They wanted to go after him with sticks and beat him. See, and the Lord's thinking, these persons were chanting. They instructed him just like they instruct here. Go hard. You should do it this way. You should do. Oh, you're doing it wrong. They did the same thing to him. Why? Why should it be any different? What happened to my master is going to happen here. Why not? Of course, same potency here. Yeah. So they were chanting Hare Krishna and everything, and they wanted to beat him. See. So is that acceptance? That's no different than now. The Lord is truly, genuinely here. He's appearing here and delivering us. He appears in my heart. He appears in your hearts. Many of you know what I'm talking about. That's your deliverance. The tears in the eyes, what's coming up, you'll see describing all these things. See? And they come and they see people in Gaudiya Smriti, Gaudiya Ma. Oh, we don't accept him. We won't even give you no class. Don't come over, give a class. Don't share anything with us. But we Hare Krishna. We accept Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and all that stuff. They don't know who they worship. They don't know what acceptance means. What does it mean to accept Lord Chaitanya? Well, now because nobody sees, he's unmanifest. Oh, I accept. I go see the deity every day. They got to make big deities, right? Huge deities in Mayapur. See, I accept the deity. He's very big. I accept him. See? And the Lord says, unless they accept me, they will. These guys were doing. They go and worship the deity, but they didn't accept Lord Chaitanya. Why? Because he had ecstasy. He had signs and symptoms of God living inside him, and he was expressing it. And he understand the Chaitanya Charitamrita, these truths here. These are the truths that he knew and expressed and taught. And what are we doing? Same thing. That's why we get the same result. Now that's acceptance of Lord Chaitanya, not a name. Oh, yeah, it's just words. They don't accept yet. They don't know what it means. That's what Jesus talked about this. Jesus says, you guys, you kill the prophets. See, go against the prophets. You'll go against those who are inspired by the word of God and the ecstasy of God. See, you go against them, and then when you kill them or you get rid of them, then you build nice samadhis and tombs for them. See? Just like they did with Gaur Govinda. Same thing. He was an ecstatic devotee. They didn't accept. They're jealous of it. It gave him troubles, so many troubles, that he prayed to his deity, please take me out of here. And the deity, one day he just was preaching and boom, gone. See? And afterwards, oh, yeah, let's build a nice samadhi for him. While he was here, get rid of him. You don't like him. He's ecstatic devotee. He cries for Krishna. This is the state of Krishna consciousness now. Nobody knows what it means to accept Lord Chaitanya. That's why we're here. Oh, this is how you get it. See, you're not destroyed. You know you're not. When you accept, when you see the devotee, you're seeing that mercy of ecstatic devotion, and you're hearing the conclusive truth. You're hearing this book as it is. See? And when that Lord awakens in your heart and he gives himself to you, you've just busted the bonds of birth and death. When you become deeply attracted to hearing, chanting, remembering with tears in your eyes, comes spontaneously, not because you're a great devotee, but because you're a fool. Like Gauri Das is a fool, foolish enough to point out all these truths to help the devotees, all of them. You think I want to just be better than Narayan Raj? Well, let's put it this way. What's in me and awakened is better. And we prove it. You show, bring any of those gurus, any one of them. And we'll show you, show you, not just a show of devotional service. We'll show you, that Krishna is awakened in some of these devotees here, fructifying love of God. Showing you the mercy of the Lord is in this Sangha. And you'll show us that he's not in your Sangha yet, that you need Shiksha. All of you gurus need Shiksha. Every single one of them haven't seen the symptoms of this kind of love that is manifesting here. It's the apocalypse, the time of the great revealing. Otherwise, people will not, they will die without this great mercy. Somebody will listen. Somebody's got to see that I'm not just an offender of pure devotees, that I'm just trying to help and point these things out, because they believe Narayan Raj is the successor of Prabhupada. So many, Shamarani now, who was Jadharani, now changed her name, right? Shamar, of course, changed a lot of things, changed preaching of Prabhupada, actually. He's not in the line. No, he doesn't preach it. He couldn't even prove it now. This is the lineage. Okay, you got people back. Some people got some inspiration, all that. That's fine. But come on, man. It's time to go deeper and go on. This is where it's finished. The work is finished. See, so anybody in any Sangha, come and show us that you're recipients of mercy. I'd love to be proved wrong. I love it, but nobody will and can and don't. I've seen. I've already investigated. I haven't seen any of this. This is special mercy. Special mercy of Prabhupada, special mercy of Krishna, special mercy to us, special mercy to others who develop faith in this. These verses are great. See, unless people accept me, they will be destroyed. What does that mean, destroyed? Isn't the soul eternal? Well, it's almost like being destroyed, because you identify with the body, material body, see? Not the spiritual body. See, we got those. That's what awakens when you get the mercy of the Lord. He awakens your spiritual body, and then can mix with the transcendental Lord. Relish mellows. Devotion like we do here. Hey, you might want to watch the replay on this, Govinda. It's pretty interesting. See? See, so people are being destroyed because of identification. Even you're destroyed if you identify with the false ego. That's why you got to get through that layer. You need some help. To help you get through, you got to hear from devotees' vibrations who are non-envious, truly, not the imitators. These gurus, they were part of the God brothers. They still had that layer of envy, jealousy, and stuff. They couldn't get through it. See? So none of them prove that they can get through it. They're still stuck in there because the way you prove it is ecstatic love has to really awaken in you. And if you're preaching the message, like see, Narayana said, well, we're preaching the message now, ecstatic devotion, Radhe, Radhe, Raghunuga Bhakti, we're Raghunu, purebhakti.com, right? All that, but no pure bhakti. See, you can fool yourself or be fooled, and you can fool neophyte disciples, but you can't fool Krishna or real devotees. See, the desired object is Krishna, see, and Radha. And if you have the desired objects, Radha and Krishna, then you'll have the signs and symptoms that God has accepted you. See, and you will not be destroyed. The body just mixes with the thing, but your soul is free. Even here, you'll feel freedom. You'll feel free of so many things. You'll act, like not like with blinders. You see people, they're just kind of like going, the masses in the world, condition of the world, they're like blinders and they got their little masks on now. And, they're believing in, because, they're just, they're believing in their leaders. See? And it causes limitation. Here, this is freedom, man. You want freedom, you want sovereignty. You got to hear from free and sovereign persons. And I'm not free alone. I'm not alone. I don't want to be alone. Why does anybody want to be alone? If I'm alone, I'm with God. I want to be, more focused. I'm sovereign in my worship of the Lord. I'm free in Krishna, free in him, and because he's giving me the grace to be in him and be inside here too. And that's the great treasure that we're here to share with others, so that you can be in Krishna in his name, and it's not just a picture of a name or a speculation. You're with the name, and he's in you. See, the devotion is in you. See, and now you're a devotee, man, and you're chanting his name, and you're mixing with the transcendental body of the Lord because your spiritual body is awakened. Thus the merciful Lord accepted sannyas. So that was his little trick to get people to accept him, at least as a sannyasi. So I think we'll stop here and continue this on in the morning. Yeah, a surprise talk today. Boy, it's 8:49, almost 10 o'clock here. Oh my God. How long are we talking? Ooh, an hour and a half? Are you kidding? Oh my God, man. It's going to be a late night tonight. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. We'll see you in the morning. Thank you for coming and encouraging me. Hare Krishna.